verification. Okay, now let us now start. We start what is fact checking and information verification. Fact checking means to investigate. Fact means we should investigate issue. Investigate issue in order to verify the fact. Because we investigate, because we want to verify this, the news or history or the history that we read or we see, we visualize is true or not. That is why we make investigation to ensure that the news or history that we want to publish or we found it on a website or social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is correct or not. And then according to the Wikipedia, fact-checking is a process that seeks to verify something factual information. And as I say, we do fact because we want to verify the issue that we are not sure about it. Maybe someone posted the news or history on social media, on newspaper, on television, on website. And then we'll try to verify or make investigation to see that is correct or not. And also fact checking. We can do fact checking before publishing the history, and also we can do after publishing the history. That is the fact checking we do always. Sometimes we can do because some newspaper or some TV, they hire a fact checker to fact check the news they want to publish it in a magazine or newspaper, radio, even those manager on social media. If somebody brought the news or history, they fact check the history. They know the source of the history, the evidence, everything before publish it. We can do fact checking before publish, and then we can do also fact checking after we publish the history. Because maybe somebody published the history, want to verify that this is true or this is not true. Also, we come to verification is a process. The process that we will take to verify the history. Yeah, that is the way we say is a verification as a process. Also, why we do that? To check credibility and reliability before it's published. If you want to do fact checking before publishing, you want to see reliability of the history or the news or credibility of it. You want to check for that and then make sure that every news or history that you want to publish or you want to broadcast is correct, nothing wrong, cannot harm any one of our audience. That is why we try to check before publishing, or we can check after publishing. I think yes, good. Any question? If somebody didn't get something, we can be together. Or I continue.
I think you can ask at the end.
Okay. Now we are good. We are good. We're good to go. Okay. You want to see, has fact checker always been part of your writing, reading, practicing? This question we can try to answer, like you see, as fact checking, when you're reading something, when you read something, you fact check it, or when you're writing posts on Facebook or somewhere. Then somebody, can you mute yourself, please? Okay. How do you know a content is incorrect or has factual error? If nobody want to answer, we can let the question later, and then we'll come to the question.
There's one person who have raised his hand. Or yeah.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you. Welcome.
Yeah, you asked a question about has fact checking been part of your writing?
Yeah, reading.
Me personally, it has been part of my reading and writing, because I am an opinion writer in one of the newspapers, #1 citizen newspaper, and I must make sure the article I write is checked, and so that when it goes there verified. So
Okay.
to me, it has been part of my reading and writing.
That is good. Good experience. Does somebody also have some experience to share with us? We are here to share the experience with other because we can learn from each other. There's somebody else. Malek.
Yeah.
Yeah. You finish? We can proceed. If there are not anyone, we can go proceed. Then the next question we will answer later. Okay, welcome. Somebody raised the hand.
Yes, thank you. So fact checking has always been part of my reading practice because I am a social media user, and whenever I come across an article on the social media, I do ask myself whether it is real, whether it is a legit story. Thank you.
Welcome, John. There's somebody else. If there are not somebody, we'll go. We see also, if to be a fact checker or to be like John Madud or Melek, write the opinion in one of our newspaper here in South Sudan, and also someone also is also managing some pages on social media, like John Madud. It's also very important that to have the ethic, because how can you know that maybe this story is wrong? Because this history is wrong, you should have something to guide you. Like now we are learning from each other to do training of fact checking to know how can we know this history is wrong or this is right. Maybe to you it's right. Maybe to other person is wrong. That is why, but how can we come to the middle to put the thing that is right? That is why we want to discuss this topic together. Yeah, we want to discuss the ethics. We know everyone know about the ethic. Ethic is what distinguish any human being from others. It's one describe everyone from another. Somebody raise the hand. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I do fact checking on whatever I do because I do a lot of work on advocacy, and advocacy work can only be successful if you present facts. And since I work on issues of access to information, you need to provide information that is reliable, and accurate. So if you are communicating and receiving information from different sources, it's very important that you verify the sources, establish whether it is correct and accurate, then it informs your information, your dissemination. So always, it's very important to verify, check, and communicate accurate information to avoid misinformation and disinformation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you a lot for adding that point because it's very important if you are doing what Matthias, isn't it? Do this need you to, yeah, you need you also to fact check the information that you collect for a different source to make sure that it's correct and the one you want to present to people also is correct. Yeah, it's a very good point. Thank you for that. And now we also want to go to see this point also we discussed together because when we say that ethic, ethic is the one make us different between. Somebody want to talk? I hear some. Okay, it's one differentiate between us and other. Yeah, we know this somebody, some person, or somebody have an ethic and other they don't have. Yeah, and then when you have the ethic of journalism, of the writers, of the auditor, you will know how to transfer the quality of information to your audience, even on social media or offline or newspaper, TV, broadcast. You will be because you'll be responsible for every information that you want to pass. Because your responsibility, you want to educate the community. Sorry, there's somebody talking. Yeah, you should. That is your responsibility. We want to see there are two types of the ethic. Always,
you can mute the sound.
It's Malek.
It's Malek. Oh,
Malek.
yeah. Malek, you want to say something? Okay. Thank you. And then, we have a two type of ethic. The type that, the one we born with it at the national, we learn it from the environment that we grow on. And the ethic that that's the natural one, the one we learn during we grow up in the family, with the friends, with the area that we are playing games, all that is a natural one. But the other ethic that we can learn, like now we are learning another ethic, or we can learn it during we study from the school, from university, or from work, type of work that we do. Like there are some people now, like we know that Melek, no, someone have John. John is active on social media, and then Melek is writing a column maybe every week or every day on the newspaper. Now Islam and different, they two, they are not the same ethic because ethic of social media is different about the social when you write in the newspaper. That is also, but how can we transfer that to do it with the fact checking? What the ethic can do with fact checking? Because fact checking, we are responsible for every information that we want to put it out there for the people. Imagine somebody write maybe head speech, but our community in South Sudan or in Sudan, somebody write about some tribe or something that maybe you don't know, you are not sure that maybe that thing is true. You see, when you write something like that, put it on newspaper or put it on social media, that is mean you want to create the violence. Okay, because you don't want to do that, we should search and then have an ethic for write the correcting that can unite the people or can benefit other people. Yeah, that is about the ethic that we try to have ethic of about what we want to share with the people, also about what you want to see. If you see the post of the other people, also how can you evaluate the their history, their comment, their news that they want to share with us through maybe broadcast, TV, newspaper, or magazine, or online, all social media platform. I think if somebody have something on ethics, we can share, or if it's not there, we can go see another slide because we have some slides. See. Okay. Now we want to see fact checking and verification. Key to become a smarter news. I think maybe everyone have been in a newsroom. If you are not in the newsroom, maybe you have a desk. You are right at home. You are at where, whatever you are. But you should be smart and understand the process of verification of each day, because to be fact checking is you should decide to yourself. If you read any news or any history or any comment or any article that posted on social media or website or newspaper, or written, somebody read on broadcast, you should decide yourself, this history is solid or not. The history itself, news history, or post anything, you should read carefully and then decide yourself, this history is solid or not. And then just, okay. Also, because you are the one produce this one, when like you are writing the article, you make sure that this one is good or not. And then you can make sure that because when we have in a newsroom, you will write the news, you will bring to the editor. Editor is the one, is the authority to publish your news or your article or your voice over that you bring. But also, that is mean you should blind, because when you say that, yeah, this one is good, this one is wrong, no, you should be also you should also have your judgment. Tell him, you see, this one is good, this one is not good, don't publish this one, and then this one, because also you are responsible for your audience, for your customer also. Because you need to pay attention also to which is the decision that you make yourself to stand up for any correction that you want to pass during the news. This is if we are writing we are in the newsroom, or we are in the broadcast, or we are writing article. Because you can write the article, the editor will tell you this article is not good for my newspaper. You know, it's happened many times. And also you can bring the news, you refuse also. Maybe sometimes
Your mic is off.
Hello. David, your mic is off.
Sorry. When my internet go, I will repeat again. Sorry. Thank you. I was saying that information disorder, there are three categories: the misinformation, is false information, mistakes, bad goodwill. Somebody posted or published the false information, but it didn't intend to harm anyone because it's just a mistake or false information. It doesn't know. But when it comes to disinformation, is false information but intend to harm someone or to harm anyone. And then the third one is malinformation. It's true information intend to harm one. These three things we should take it very seriously in this presentation. These three definitions. You can forget about anything, but you should take this definition with you from here. We say that the information disorder are three categories. Misinformation is a false information, mistake, but no intent to harm anyone. Disinformation, false information, intent to harm anyone or harm anybody. Malinformation, true information is true information, and then but somebody that posted or published it is intent to harm someone. I think this one is clear now. We can go ahead. Okay, we want to see
Can
what
you please
is
share this?
what? Sorry. Sorry.
The screen,
Hello.
can you the screen?
The screen not share it. Okay. Let me try. Sorry guys, my internet went off and everything is spoiled. I think maybe I was there. Now it's good. We are here. Misinformation. We want to see misinformation. How can we misinformation? When false information is shared but no harm is mean, and it consists of various messages. You see, like I said, it's just a mistake information. It just go widely, or maybe on social media, maybe on newspaper, on radio, or website, but no intent to harm anyone. The false information, misinformation. But when we come to the disinformation, is the false information somebody want to share it because he want to harm someone, maybe something politically, financially, maybe you see healthy, something like that, to make a headline, or you need something. That is why So to damage the image of somebody, entity, personality, again, money, or if some political issues enter there, everything will spoil it because it's false information, and then we'll go. When we come to the malinformation, is it true? We say that it's true information, but intend to harm someone. It's already true information, but intend to harm one. You see, personal information, like personal information, somebody want to share it with public because it's the true information. It's not false, but you want to share it with the public. Maybe that personal information was a secret information. Let us continue. We see, this is, for example, misinformation that was happening last year in Zimbabwe. Yeah, is this complaint that he cut his son, it needs some money, something like that, but it's it's just come and then apologize for what is happening. It's false information, but it didn't intend to harm anyone because it just posted like that quickly without checking what is happening. Yeah, the DW Africa just posted without fact checking. That is a false information, but didn't intend to harm anyone. I think here is clear. If I go quickly, please stop me. If something is not correct, let me know because we can get out from here with some information. Here also we have example of disinformation. Disinformation, if this is, maybe 64 tribe press is a page here in South Sudan, page on Facebook. They have a lot of disinformation. Now they claim that the conflict between farmer in Magwe county where people wounded. Even they said that the active military, the active military in the South Sudan, the South Sudan Police Defense Forces, show by their identity. You see difference name. They just put the name. ID is belong to. Sorry. Yeah, it's belong to somebody. Even the picture is for another one, for somebody else. Even the name, even everything here inside is not much with what they are publishing because they want to harm the publish this one, like we say here. If we say here, you see, maybe because for political interest. Yeah, maybe they post it for the political interest, maybe to gain the financial for someone. That is also what the some reason that they do. Also here, that is the example of this information. We want to come also to example of malinformation. Malinformation. You remember the fighting that between John Frog and then Lady Cola. Lady Cola posted, I don't know Lady Cola, but there are some people posted the personal information of John Frog that he have some relationship with another lady, and then they posted out on social media. That is a personal information, and then was through information, but to harm someone. Now they harm private information into the public to share to harm somebody. Like we say here, we say that malinformation is about the is the true information, but true information they will share it to harm someone. You see, that's if you check here, check what is happened to John Farog was a personal information very secretly, but somebody posted out to harm him or to manipulate or to also to harm him. I think any question from there? Somebody have any question? I'm not seeing the chat. I can see. Yeah. You remember the story? Yeah. Now we continue. Now I want to see the technique of how we of media, because now we see how the people are dealing with the misinformation, malinformation, and disinformation. Also, there are something also media manipulation. Also, we see how media manipulation deal with these things. Media manipulation is like influence into discussion, false, misleading history. That they can mislead the history, like like artists, celebrity, news site. And the big news are like we have now iRadio, we have Badomraya, we have digital, it's called advanced digital. We have also like city review. Also, we have like how many newspapers at the big side. Also, the politician. And then if the media belong to the one of the politician or the one of the artist, they will try to manipulate about the other artists. They manipulate the history. They can change the narrative of the history, even the content of the history. They can change it for us also. Also, we see also in poster content using names and logos, or yeah, you see some people can use the name or logo, can put somebody can put like represent maybe cigarettes or represent Kembe, maybe dynamic, something like that, or put logo South Sudan to anything that maybe didn't belong to South Sudan. Also, that is also imposter. That is another technique of how to manipulate to share the false information. Weapon content, weaponized. I mean, weaponized content. I think every South Sudanese know how to do this. They are good at it at social media. They bring the all images, or they just create the sentence that can let people go to fight and share misinformation or malinformation on social media. There is, I think that somebody have anything here. I will try to go. See this example of media manipulation. Like I just went to the Freedom Bridge, and the soldier told me to come back tomorrow morning because the bridge is sleeping. We all know the Freedom Bridge, the new bridge that takes people to Gumbo. See, yeah, you're laughing. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Okay, now you see, this is also job scam. You remember I said like when we somebody use the logo here, like we say. Remember we say here, use logo, taking logo, yeah, using name and logos for some organization is here. The example is here. This website or this person is use logo over UNHCR, and then action against the hunger to scam a job, to make advertisement for a job. the people will think that maybe it's UNHCR, they will try to improve to hiring people, but it's not, it's just a scam. It's also some of the manipulation of what is doing. We should be very serious about those things. No, it's not repeating the slide. I just went back because I mentioned something that is Sukuyo Jackson. So, yeah. And now we said in poster content. Remember, I told in poster content. In poster content, some will be like when they chatting with you, you know, some people will chat with you. Some we need there's somebody very sick, we need money like this. Send the message does come to WhatsApp or Messenger or something like that, or they can send you also your win for some I don't know any reason they will tell you. They have a good way for approach people. They will send you a message that you are win 1,000 or 10,000 USD dollar or South Sudanese pound. Yeah, message it, and that also other than manipulation for what is some people doing on WhatsApp. Justin Simon, you are not hearing me, your network. Yeah, I think we are going well in poster. And now we want to see, yeah. Anyone have a question? Yeah, no question, we go. You see, there's misinformation, type of misinformation and disinformation. They have a type. Like we say, they have a type. Yeah, we should see the type of it. Yeah, misinformation and then disinformation. We have the first one, the first type of misinformation and disinformation is called state or priority. In this type, it means no intention to cause harm, but has a potential to fool. Like I think maybe like posting or the article or the history that some people sharing on social media for jokes or for something, but they mean something else. I don't know. Maybe they mean something, but they want to fool people. Like we see how, if we go back, we will see uh, how the person that create the scam job, you want to make fool of the people. That is a type of uh, sterile type of mis and disinformation stereotype. And then the other one is false connection. False connection. The false connection when headlines, visual or caption didn't support the content. You will find the headline of the history. There are no connection between it with the content of the history. You will realize that maybe that is also the type of disinformation also. The other type also is misleading content. Misleading content use of information to frame an issue of individual, like we say, like those people frame John Frog. They just take every information that they see that can destroy the John Frog, they just put it there on social media. It is also sometimes they can manipulate the history, they put it there, and then some people will believe, some people also will go for verification to see this story is true or not, also to check what is there. And then the other one is false context. False context when genius content is shared with false contextual information. already like engine like somebody manipulate with the computer or something, or somebody that also want to share it already manipulate or mix it the history with something that to let the people believe that this history is like this. We already share imposter content. You already know that imposter content also the source. And then the other one is manipulate content when genuine information or imagery or is manipulated to device. Like the other picture I will try to share with you when we go through when somebody manipulate a picture with device like Photoshop or more. There are many devices of designing manipulate with it. That would be also cannot show the good photo. The last one is fabricate content. The content that fabricate something is not it's maybe something very small. Somebody fabricate it is very big, is huge, is amazing. Is the people cannot believe it. You know, the fabric just fabricate the content for no reason. That also there's some type of mis and disinformation content. Thing I will try to go because you can go. Yeah, it's the same thing, like the same example that we just shared before. Okay, misleading content. The example of misleading content. This guy here, this is Ali Juma, and this is guy called. He's have a two account on Facebook. He's have a two. It's called Simon. The real name is called Simon, and then he have a two account on Facebook. One is called. It's in Khartoum. He went to the one of the artists of Sudan to draw him this picture of the Ali Juma. He give him the money, and then he just came show to Ali Juma that is the one do that, and then Ali Juma even believe. I post the poster when I contact personally to the artist. Then even artist told me that Simon gave him the money, and then when I contact Simon, he didn't reply to me. That is why I didn't write the history. He should reply, and then he refused. But he manipulate the people that he's the one draw this picture of Ali Juma. Even he manipulate Ali Juma also. The same thing. Most people believe that is the one do this, but it's not. It's not true. This time. Also fabricate content. You remember how inside Juba was last year or middle of this year, right? That actually we want to give every South Sudanese to 2,000 USD for the year for, yeah. It's just announced in the as group that when also 211 fact check also fact check this history. Actually didn't have any idea about what those inside Juba did. It was just a fabricate news. And also false connection. You see this Mary Boyoy, he said that he's in London, UK. And then when you go down, he said, mention when he published the content, the post is in Nairobi. And also when you read what he's writing, it's something related to Zimbabwe. And you will find that the different thing, it's no connection between what the people say. If you investigate, like we say that we are fact checker, we try to investigate and verify. Now she said that she's in London, feel fresh at London, UK. And then when you come down, the post was in Nairobi, Kenya. And then also he on my way to UK to teach Dutch, laugh or something like that in English after Zimbabwe by Juba. You cannot be in Nairobi and then you say bye bye to Juba. You see, that is connection, no connection between content itself. Also, this also false context. Context we said that maybe genius can play with the pictures or with the content. You see, this is the president of the South Sudanese Football Association is here, and then you have a gun, but no, you see, that is manipulation that is there. And if you know Arabic, it's Katiba General Najma Satellite, the team, a general team for a Bright Star general team, but it's not general team, but it's a South Sudanese football team, and then they manipulate here. You can see how false content is. That is some example of it. Also, some example of manipulate content. You see that this lady Cola when some people try to, you see, where's the arrow? Yeah, the people manipulated the picture. You see, like show like this. Also, that is not correct one. So you should make sure that when you look at the picture, you should look any corner how to identify the correct picture that you want to do. Yeah. I think if there are no question, you will try to see another example of thing that side is finished. Yeah, Moses laughing. Okay, now we want to see the red flag. How can we raise the red flag? You see, when you found the history or pictures or you hear the history or the radio podcast, it gives you the great strong feeling that especially you surprise or you feel that this maybe it's not it's true or not, or you cannot believe it, or how can that? And that is why if information creates a strong feeling, Shabab, sorry, my internet also went off. We are here. Yes. Yes, I will share the slide on Google Classroom with everyone. You will have the slide, all the material you will have in there. Yeah. Article with no, you see, you can find the article with no date. Somebody writes something, but article no date, like today is 3rd of November, but no author maybe, and then variable post from an account that is unverified. Like we will come in the next lecture, the next presentation will come to talk about how can we check on date, we check on author, we check also on account to know who is managing the account. How can we check on that to know this account is for human or for robot, or who is managing, and what is the really name of the account when they create the account. We'll come to check on that in the next presentation. And we also do this is a type of information disorder, false information, misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. The same when it's explained later, but here because how can we keep update for what we learn, because it can be easier to understand what we are going through. Okay, now we want to see what is what drive information disorder. As we was mentioned, we want to see if somebody make a post and then post go viral, what is the problem? Or they, or what is, the one reason is to make money. Some people attracting people into, some people want to make money because you can post everything on social media. You can share the false news because the people like something that is not true. You can do that to make money. You can do everything to make money. That is number one. And then the second thing is for political gain. Political gain, influence somebody. Like if somebody, you are following the Kenya election, the last one, or you're following what is going on around the world, we know how politicians fighting to have more audience or more people they can talk to. And also the other thing, social or by social reason, some people try to push false or misleading content just to see if they can get away with it. Like somebody, if he post or share the false information, it can release, maybe it can be free or it can be good to harm some people. That's also need healing, need process of the healing. Also, that the fourth thing is a poor journalism. Poor journalism, rush, like we see, rush to post everything, to first to break the news or the history, something like that, because somebody want to be the first one to post the ideas of the event of what is going on. But you should verify and investigate and make sure that the information is accurate, is correct, but you can share it with the people. This is some reason that drive information disorder. We say that this drive information disorder is to make money for political gain, for social reason, also for journalism. That is for reason. There are many reasons, but now we just say four. Now you see for social reason, maybe you will remember when Dynamic make a jokes about when so those of to give car to the artist called John Kudus, John, yeah, some of the artists in South Sudan, they give him car, and then Dynamic make a joke when Dynamic was here in Juba. He make a joke that he also give Dynamic car. It's he make a hashtag give Dynamic car. When you say that, and then Silvex also mentioned that just Silvex right something on his page say that, yeah, we as a South Sudanese artist not to beg for the car or for something like that. He just write something like that because from there, how did Juba come? Right, mix the two history together. Say that Silver Edge is against Dynamic. That why Dynamic said you need car. the artist should not beg the government for the car. You see, make it for the social reason that can, can maybe bring conflict between two artists. And then for Hod in Juba, he will get more audience or more follower for what he did. That is also another example of the one. And political gain, I think maybe most of you don't know Arabic, but there's someone called Dao last year, yes, in May. No, this year in May, there was the attack on Twitch. Twitch is, but that person is just write something on social media on Facebook. We say that now there are many attacks on Twitch, and then the use of the attack, but the use of Twitch, go attack something in a BA, and then those they took all the guns and then the vehicle. They took one touch shell with them, and then many of the guns they took with them. But when you write it, when you just read it very carefully, and then you see that they just make it for the political gain, because those of Tush that belong to the president, and then and because he's from Abe or something like that, we just create something that will bring the conflict between the two communities during that time. Yeah, that is also the example of the political gain. And then poor journalism. Maybe everyone from you is familiar with iRadio. iRadio always apologize. Why iRadio apologize? Because they have a poor journalism, because no verification, no process of fact checking, no anything. Just somebody hear a story, they want to publish, they want to broadcast it, they want to write it. Yeah, that is why when it's come back, they just go to apologize. That's also the poor journalism for. If they have a good journalism, they should not apologize. They should fact check the history or the news, and then make sure that this news is correct. Anything there, they can continue with it. Yes. I think anyone have a question for what we mentioned? Anything? If not there, because we have some time, I will continue until somebody stop me. We want to see the dangers of the fact checking, the danger of fact checking, of misinformation. The danger of misinformation. Fact checking is the incredible important in any industry. Like I say, if like newspaper, broadcast, TV, magazine, online website, or anything that you know that you want to deal with the media company, you should have somebody that fact check every story that you have. To fact every story, because when you publish the story, it will be correct and then accurate, and nobody will come back for you for nothing. And also, regardless the motivation, publishing, like I say, to report, to do what, to be correct, and then bring the good result about the people. What happened when unfounded claim and misinformation reported as fact? What happened? What we can do? Now, also, like what happened? Repetition of, like, if you say that iRadio always they apologize for what they did, because always publish the false information or the malinformation because they don't know. That is misinformation because just a mistake. The reputation of iRadio will be bad because when they write the news, they say, no, that is it's not good. They always are wrong because now the reputation is gone. Nobody will believe that the history that you are writing is correct or it's good. It will go out. And now another thing, a simple mistake, like I say, no matter how simple, could result in anything from losing your audience. You will losing your audience, you're losing trust, you will lose everything because even the large audience that you have, maybe on internet, offline, legally, even nobody will believe you. Then even the even the ethic that we talk about, the people will say that those if like the religions division, this can lead to also to violence because now when uh, you miss content or you share something related to the religion or related to the ethnic group, like here in South Sudan, anything will go to the violence, and then you'll be the one that create that violence. Many people lost their life because of you. It also helps conscience. For example, polio, measles, COVID-19. Like when COVID-19 came, many misinformation share it on social media or even vaccine during vaccine also. It's still now they still uh, yeah they still now, and it can also lead to the expertise where nobody know what is true. Also, when the people reach in the middle, that nobody know the truth, this also is a big mistake for what we are going. I don't know if we do this in group or I send it later. The people can work on it and then we write it because the time will not took us. We should discuss this. How did this question? I will send it to everyone and then we will be answer it next presentation. We'll be having a break, 10 minutes. 10 minutes and then we go back for 23. It's okay. It's okay with everyone. You just take 10 minutes. You can write on the chat. Hi, welcome back. I think the people are there or still. Can you join? Can you say something on the chat because you can start and leave somebody behind? Okay, I think maybe the people as there. I assume that all the people are there. Yeah, let us continue. Thanks. Yeah. Okay, now we come out how to fight misinformation. Because we was talking about the misinformation, malinformation, and then disinformation, all this category, how media manipulate their content, and there's some people also the engine, the device also manipulate everything. And how can we fight this misinformation? We have three questions we should ask ourselves. Three this question, and then, like I say before, when we start, we should take with you in this presentation definition of misinformation, malinformation, and disinformation. Three this you should take with you, and then the other three now you should take with you this question: who? Yeah, when you found history, image, anything that go viral on social media, website, outside, offline. You should ask yourself this question: who behind this information? You should, when you have ask yourself who behind this information, you will go to know that maybe you want to gain money, or is it you want money, or is it a political gain, or what is behind that history or news or the picture or video that go more on social media. And the second question is, what is the evidence? The evidence support the news, support the history, support the image, support everything, support the evidence that support the history that they posted, or support the news, or is there evidence to support the post that somebody posted on social media or offline, a newspaper or magazine? Or you should make sure that you ask yourself this question. The third question is, what are other sources saying about the same history? If you are talking about the health, let us take the example you're talking about the COVID-19. Are there other websites talking the same thing about the COVID-19 or vaccine? Other country, other person, other expert, we should ask. If they're taking the same, like 5, 6, 7, the same, that is mean the information is correct. And then also related to the evidence that you collect, okay, that is good. So we know who behind the information, that you will know that this information is correct. We say that to go from here, you should know the information disorder, the three: misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. The other thing also, you should ask yourself three questions: who behind the information? What is the evidence? What are other sources say about the same history or about the same news? Now we want to see how spot real and fake news. And then let us say, Justin, you want to talk? Justin.
Yeah, sorry, by mistake. By mistake.
Okay. Let us say that we found some news or some history we want to check. The first thing we should do, if we ask ourselves three questions that before we talk about, we consider the source. We say this is this website. We also search for information. We make investigation. is a page on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, YouTube, is a radio online or offline, it's a website, is a newspaper, is what? Is magazine, is what? That's the first thing we should search for, that source of the site. We make investigation because we say that fact checker is about the investigate. You should investigate you should investigate for the truth. When we know that we know the source, the first thing we know the source of the information, of the source of the website, of the source of the page, we go to check on author of the history, who write the history, who do a quick research. You should do quick research about him. You can also, is the first history to read or to write, to search for another website. You have similar history or not. Maybe he copied from someone. Yeah. And he maybe it's not real. This is somebody names also. So you should check on that. When you check on that, you will come to check on date. You should check also respond all news history. Doesn't mean that they are relevant to the current situation or the current event. Like maybe somebody, maybe the history written on 19 or maybe 2005. Somebody published it today in the same. You should check the date, check the author, check the site. You should make investigation before you go. And then you check the bias. Consider maybe you are wrong on belief. In fact, your judgment, check your bias, and then you go. And you can read beyond also the headline. You see, we say that sometimes the headline will not go with the content. You see, the headline, you will find the headline is not going the same with the content. That is why you should also you read beyond to get click and to read all the history. Are they matched together from the beginning until end? Are they matched with the headline? If they are matched with the headline, that is mean what you will go still. That is not, you will say that okay, it's enough. No, it's still not enough. Also, you want to know what is the supporting or support resource, support source of the history, the support source. What is the link? Is the link or the reference to the history? If they are linked to the history, you should go to that link to read also to know what is they are telling the same about that thing. Also, if there are reference, you should go also to check on that reference and then investigate more about the history and then see what is going there. And then in the end, you will see, is it a joke? Maybe somebody want to say jokes that we know we compare between what the dynamic say about the car in South Sudan, give dynamic car, and then Silver X take it seriously, and then Hot in Chuba take it has something that he can take benefit for it. Yeah, I can refer it to the sometime open and then open sources, and then sometime the second source. But it depends on what the author read. Maybe it depends on the history. You can put a link or not link, but you can search. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Malik. And then if you find that it's not a joke, it's not something, is a serious thing, then you can continue. You can reach in the point that maybe if you fail in all this point, you can also ask the fact checker expert. You consult some people, some side, maybe somebody that maybe have some knowledge. You share the information with him. I have some history here, but I fact check 1, 2, 3, 4. I found that I'm not sure. My feeling didn't give me that this history is correct. There's something missed, but I didn't find. Can you help me? You can find some help. If you're here, you can contact 211 check check will we have many people working with them, and then they will try to give you some evidence. Now we want to see the some criteria of fact checking. The thing that you should do, criteria of the fact checking is to identify the claim. You should identify the claim, identify who made the claim, and then where and when it was published. Like if you say that somebody posted on Facebook, we'll say that somebody post video or image or post on Facebook. Where, yeah, we say that on Facebook, who, the name of the page must, and where Facebook, when, in date 1, 2, 3, like today, and publish contents, and then we should mention the contents. Contents is like we say 1, 2, 3, and then we go and find that. The second thing is like find the evidence that prove or disprove the claim. Okay, like we said that somebody posted like three. We say we name three posts image on Facebook. He claimed that when on 3 on November 2022. He claimed that there was a fire on all of South Sudan. That is the claim. That is the wrong post. Okay. What is the evidence that you want to prove to treat that the post that he made is not true? We should bring all over the South Sudan that no fire was there. Or we'll say that maybe it's there. You prove the claim or you disapprove the claim. And then you check the evidence that is authentic or not. And then you also check with the expert, like I say, to see what they say. And they say the same thing or they answer the same thing. Check the claim again, like you write and then you check again and again, and then available of see what is evidence that is available for you to use it, because you can use something that they don't have. And then the other thing is you count check against see potential of any claim that what you can do with it. This some criteria of when you want to write the fact checking. Here are some tips for fact checking. Anyone other than writers and editors. Obviously, professional journalism do their best to present that information to their audience. They all try to provide the good information to their audience. And then claim can also quickly lead to a wave of misinformation. If you are not take it seriously, claim that you want to say that maybe it's fake news can take also to misinformation. But mistake can still happen, and then we try to also to fight misinformation. If you do not have any fact checking process in your place, it's more important now than ever to change that. Like I say, you should also try to make fact checking to provide. If you have a newspaper, you have organization, you have what, you should have somebody that will fact check the information in your office on your behalf. Also fact check 211factcheck.org. You can also visit to see more resources there, more kind of example of the history that they deal with it. And also the same thing, I think, just repeat it. Here's the example of fact checking. Where we'll open one and then we see together. Okay, this history 211 fact check written, I think is yeah, February this year, about we think together. You see, like I say, you now the claim is here. See the claim. This photo do not show animation confessed by the national security yesterday. This is a claim. This is a claim that 211 check, right? And then you see now how we circulate. You want to start write the claim. Photo share on Facebook and WhatsApp. You see, this is the claim. How you start write the claim when you found some photo in social media. And the history is very long. And then you can visit 211 check and then you can read. We will have a time. And then we see the another one. See this also by 211 check. Of 30 IDP die of hunger in Izo County, Western Equatorial State. The report, you see, the beginning of the claim, the report that 30 IDPs from Tombora die of hunger in Izo County is false. Now, this is a claim. Claim is a claim. And now we see, and misleading both the Izo County Commissioner and the county coordination for the Relief and Rehabilitation Commission say 15 people. Because now we want to see, he claimed that it's not 30, and then you should make it clearly. That is how, and then when you come also to, you see the Dawn, you see the Dawn newspaper and English Daily in South Sudan reported on Tuesday, 9 November that 30, yeah, like this. We will make it very clear to the people that where you found the claim and the claim say what, and then what is the correct thing you want to say to them. Yeah, this is the example of what was the people asking about the registration thing is there. I think they send the link. I was seeing the link there. The other one, you will check it alone. This also the question. I will send it. You will try to answer. We will discuss it next session. Yeah, I hope. Now, waiting for your question. If there are no question, see you next week. If anyone have a question, I'm waiting. Bida, are you there or somebody who's there? Wake, I will share in a classroom and then I will share the presentation with everyone because we still this introduction. I hope everyone next week should come because we'll do practically. You should have your laptop with you or a smartphone because every single something that I do, we try to do together and then we can share the knowledge that we have together. I will send it to you and then we'll find it. The question, just minute, you will find it at class, Google Classroom. But make sure next week, because you know those tools need You just write it on
Right on the chat.
Google Words. Yeah.
Good in chat.
You're welcome, Grace. Yes, yeah. Somebody want to talk?
Question? Yes, I have a question.
Welcome.
Yes, I want to know how will you know that the information is safe if it is on newspaper? Hard copy.
What?
I'm like, how will I know that the information is safe
Oh, okay.
if
How
it is
you
on
know?
newspaper? Hard copy.
On the hard copy newspaper.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one? It's only that one? One question?
Yeah, it's only one question.
Okay. Okay. Imagine now Danis, we have Al-Watan in Arabic, Al-Mawqif in Arabic, and we have Juba Monitor. And you say, let us say that you are a fan of Juba Monitor. And then Juba Monitor wrote the news that, yesterday, because they always publish it, like the news of today, they publish tomorrow. And then you read like today in Juba Monitor in the morning, say that you see, yesterday, Moniki was have a very heavy rain, and then the many houses destroyed during the night. Nobody come even into Juba. If you read news like that, how do you think? And then you live in Moniki.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that is kind of that kind of a news, that is kind of a history that you will find always like that on newspaper or even on social media. There's something like that. You will feel that this information is not true. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone have a question? If no question, I think we are
Hello?
done for today. Sokoyo, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I just wanted, last time I asked that Bida, so I'm not in the Google Classroom and I am missing a lot. Also, you have posted a question here, I don't know how am I going to do them. So
Okay,
at least I need assistance.
I will do like this. I will send the same information in a WhatsApp group, and then I will send it to the boss. You can phone it.
Okay, yeah, thank you. And if possible, also you can share for me the code for the Google Classroom so that I can also join because I'm missing a lot.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will do that. Anyone have any question? No? Yeah, the people say no. I will say on behalf of you. You say no. I'm right. The link up on next week. See you, and then I will send the first. I will send the slide now on WhatsApp, and then later I will send it on. Yeah. Yes. I told you. I said no question. Okay, guys. See you next week.
Okay, bye.
Merci.